Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, hello everybody. I'm so thrilled to be talking to all of you, and I really wish I could be there in person. This is such a delightful, energetic event. Swati, thank you so much for inviting me. I'm honored to be here. You know, Swati spends a lot of her time on kidspreneurship and is passionate about it. I understand that the Asia Pacific Kid Entrepreneur Championship is a platform that encourages all you kids here to work on real life problems, which anyway, I guess you are working on. And I know you worked hard, attended workshops, classes, and today you'd be pitching your ideas to this panel here. So good luck. The good news here is that you might think that there are winners. The truth is there are only winners and there are no losers. Because like Woody Allen said, the most important thing is to show up, and that's what you've done today. I'm a big cheerleader for not only you guys, but also your parents, your teachers, educators, your neighbors, your mentors, your elders, your brothers, sisters, who probably contributed a lot more than they would be given credit for. And also all the industry mentors who actually spend their time in trying to make this into an exciting event. So I'm glad to see all of this happening. And I'm also very pleased to see that there is globality. There are people, I understand, from 5 different countries, including, of course, India and Singapore. So good luck as you go into today. Now, I think that there is, and you know, many of us here are not children, even though we'd like to be. There is a child in each one of us, however old we are. And we try to bring it to life as often as we can gather the courage to do so. Equally, there is an adult in each one of you kids, which is waiting to spring forth at any moment that you know you won't get caught. So you can't wait to grow up. But we adults, we don't want to grow up. We want to be like you. So really, there's only one difference between kids and adults. Really, one meaningful difference. Adults, we have a longer past. The kids, you have a longer future. Yet, we both live in the present. What would you rather have? An adulthood looking back or a childhood looking forward? Honestly, the earth, this world doesn't belong to us adults. Our only role is to preserve it for the next generation, for you, and to give you this earth in a slightly better shape than the one we inherited. But clearly so far, we're not doing a good job of that. So you better take charge. And today's event really is about you taking charge to see that the difference you want to see in the world becomes your own responsibility. So over the next few minutes, 5 minutes or so, I'm going to leave you with five messages. So here's the first, and you may or may not be ready to face the challenges that nobody on this planet as humans have ever faced. And therefore, it's only reasonable that you will be afraid. But my message to you, first of all, would be, as entrepreneurs, don't be afraid. You're not ready today to do what needs to be done. You truly are not. But the bad news is you never will be ready. We don't feel ready either. So just do it because you can and because you must. So the first one, don't be afraid. You know, there is some, think big. Imagination is a powerful tool that you folks have. Dreams are powerful if you allow them to exist. And sometimes when you think big and you dream and you imagine, what you're really seeing is the future. So the power of what is possible, even if it is improbable, is huge. That power is huge. So imagine, just imagine a world, imagine a future, and it will appear to be magical. You'd be surprised that the amount of effort it takes to do a very big thing is the same as an effort to do a very small thing. So might as well do it big. So when you imagine big, imagine global, imagine large, imagine the future. Time is finite, but your output, your performance, your creativity need not be finite. It can be infinite. You know, you don't need adults to create products. Did you know even kids as old as, I know there are some, I was told, as old as 8. There are kids between 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 who invented some amazing things. Braille, the language, the script that is used by the visually challenged was invented by this young boy, Braille. Maybe Ford invented the Ford motor car, but there's a little young boy, French Canadian, took the motor, put it on to a snow sledge and invented the snowmobile almost 100 years ago. The popsicle is another example. Trampoline. The list, you can go on and on. So you're capable of much more than you give yourself credit for. So if you're not afraid and you're able to dream, you'll be surprised at the outcome. The third is, more often than not, you're going to fail the first time. You will try, get up and do it again, and you will fail again and again. But don't turn back and don't stop just because what you set out to do failed. There is another way to look at it. If you don't see darkness, you probably won't appreciate the light. So think about this little boy Braille who genuinely saw darkness and still created Braille. If you don't face injustice, unfair treatment by your parents, by your teachers, by your elder brother and sisters, or even your younger siblings, then you will forget being just yourself. And if you don't face discrimination, you and your ideas are probably not important or different enough. A little bit of impatience and restlessness that you feel is okay. In fact, it will keep you energized. So don't turn back at the first failure. That's my message number 3. Fourth, believe in your ability to make a difference. Not all of us get A+, not all of us come first in class, but notwithstanding your grades, notwithstanding what your teachers, your family, your friends tell you, they might show you your limitations. Be aware of them. Thank them silently that they are showing you your limitations, but don't be shackled by them. Don't feel chained by those limitations because they don't see what you can see from the inside. All of us, all the kids, adults, all of us are very, very ordinary people. It is what we do that makes us extraordinary. So believe in your ability to do extraordinary things despite other people not believing in you. That's okay. We are not here only to get the approval of others, but we are here to solve big problems in society. We are here not just to demand a right to live in the future. It is our responsibility to create that future. So believe in your ability to make the difference. So that's 4. 5, become a collector of mentors, teachers. Make anybody that you find who is smarter than you, who has an incredible imagination in your view, make him or her your mentor. These could be members of your family, your teachers, your friends, your siblings. Don't worry about impressing them. Your job is not to impress your mentors. Your job is to be impressed by them and get them to engage in you. And then you are the one who will be inspired. Don't worry about inspiring others. Be inspired. So allowing so many teachers inside your life will help you hold very, very deep friendships, which will be very useful for you for the rest of your lives. These would be my 5 messages, but think about all of these and say, look, what does it mean when you really are an entrepreneur? What does it really mean? It really means that you're allowing your imagination to play out in reality. It means you're predicting not only the future, but you're creating a part of it. Entrepreneurs are painkillers, or they are pleasure providers. You see a pain in society, kill it, solve it. That's what entrepreneurs do. That's what you should be doing. In the process, think about this. Would you rather be, when you grow up, or even now, be employed by others, or would you rather employ your friends? Would you rather have a job or create jobs? Is another way of saying it. Would you rather draw a salary, or would you rather create wealth? Would you rather demand a right to live in the future, or would you take on the responsibility to create the future of your dreams? At any rate, which is more fun? Creating the future is more fun. Creating jobs is more fun. Creating wealth is more fun. Solving problems is much more fun. All this is very difficult sitting here today to imagine, especially when you think of a world thousands of miles away where you might be living. You may not even know the country, the city where you're likely to be 20, 30 years from now, perhaps decades away. You'll have friends from other genders, races, and countries, and you may not be able to imagine it today. Each of these will define who you become. It may be difficult for you to imagine yourself as the hero or the heroine in a story that you think you don't belong in. But I'm looking today virtually at that hero, at that heroine. I'm looking at you. And I love to say, if you look where I'm looking, you'll see what I'm seeing. I'm seeing a beautiful future full of change makers all around me today on this auspicious day. You have lots of work to do. So goodbye and good luck. May you live your dreams. Or as they say in Sanskrit, Jivan Bhadrani Pashyanti. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, boys and girls.